afternoon everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the region that is known as adductor canal that is present in the lower limb in the region of medial aspect, lower part of the medial aspect of the thigh, and this adductor canal is also known as Hunter's canal. Okay, so why it is known as Hunter's canal? Because in this region femoral artery is there in the adductor canal, and this region was used during surgery of popliteal artery aneurysm to prevent the excessive bleeding by compressing or applying a tourniquet at this area over the femoral blood vessels against the linea aspera of femur to prevent the excessive hemorrhage. So, according to the name of John Hunter, it is known as Hunter's canal or adductor canal. Now, coming to the extent. So, it is an triangular muscular aponeurotic canal. It is triangular in cross section and it is muscular aponeurotic. Just like this picture you can see, it is triangular in cross section and it extends from the apex of the femoral triangle up to the fifth osteoperotic opening of the adductor magnus muscle. So what is the extent of the adductor canal? From the apex of the femoral triangle. This is femoral triangle bounded above by the inguinal ligament. This is the apex of the femoral triangle and this is sartorius one boundary. Another is adductor longus muscle, this is another boundary. This is the apex of the femoral triangle. Adductor canal starts from the apex of the femoral triangle and it extends up to the fifth osteoaponeurotic opening of the adductor magnus muscle. Okay, and you can see here that sartorius muscle extends up to the tibia and it gets inserted into the upper part of the medial condyle of the tibia. Okay, so adductor canal is situated just deep to the sartorius muscle. There. Okay. Now coming to this picture, you can say you can see here the boundaries of the adductor canal. Okay, so you can see in cross section it is triangular. So it has one lateral wall and anterolateral wall rather. It has one floor and this is a fibrous sheet that connects this anterolateral wall and the floor. Okay, and this apex or this edge of the adductor canal rests on the linea aspera of femur. Okay, this is the apex or edge of the adductor canal. This rests on the linea aspera of femur. Now coming to the anterolateral border. This part of the adductor canal is formed by vastus medialis muscle. Okay, vastus medialis muscle is one muscle of the anterior compartment of thigh, and that is one of the muscles of the quadriceps femoris muscle. So vastus medialis muscle forming the anterolateral boundary of the adductor canal, and floor, that is the posterior boundary of the adductor canal, is formed by, in the upper part is formed by adductor longus muscle, in the lower part it is formed by the adductor magnus muscle. We cannot see here in this picture. So upper part of the posterior boundary of the adductor canal is formed by the adductor longus muscle, lower part is formed by the adductor magnus muscle. We will see in the cadavер during demonstration. Okay, so this is a tough fibrous fascial slip that connects the vastus medialis muscle, extends from vastus medialis muscle up to the adductor muscles, and it forms the roof of the adductor canal. Okay, so this is the roof of the adductor canal. This is one anterolateral boundary and another is floor of the adductor canal. Two muscles are involved. One is vastus medialis, another is section, if you see from above, we can see that this is the vastus medialis muscle. This one is adductor magnus. So this must be a cross section of the lower part of the adductor canal. If we write here adductor longus muscle, then it will be cross section of the adductor upper part of the adductor canal. Okay, so float is formed by two muscles. One is adductor longus above, adductor magnus below. Now this is sartorius muscle. This is cross section of sartorius muscle. So you can see from this picture, the sartorius coming from the this part forming the lateral boundary of the femoral triangle comes like this in that manner, finally inserted into the tibia. Okay, medial aspect of the upper part of the tibia. So it just covers the fascial roof of the adductor canal. Okay, it is not directly related, it covers the fascial roof of the adductor canal, and there are some nerve plexuses that there, that is known as subsalpingeal plexus of nerves. Okay, so how these subsalpingeal plexus of nerves are formed? So you can see here I have drawn already. This is the area for subsalpingeal plexus of nerves. It is formed by saphenous nerve, anterior division of the obturator nerve, and posterior branch of the medial femoral cutaneous nerve. So these nerves forming this nerve plexus here just below the sartorius muscle and just superficial to the tough fibrous sheet. Okay. Now coming to the content of the adductor canal. So if you can see this picture, this is femoral artery, this is femoral vein, okay, and one is saphenous nerve and another is nerve to vastus medialis. Okay. The contents of the adductor canal. So this is the space. So this is femoral artery, this is femoral vein, one is saphenous nerve, another is nerve to vastus medialis. Occasionally we can get the anterior division of obturator nerve also, and some branch of profunda femoris artery also at the lower part of the adductor canal. We may get. So but we can get constantly the femoral artery, femoral vein, and these two nerves, that is saphenous nerve and nerve to vastus medialis. Now femoral artery, you can see, this is a picture of the femoral triangle. So we can see that in the femoral sheath, femoral artery is the lateral, in the lateral most compartment, femoral vein in the just medial to the femoral artery, and this is the femoral canal. Okay, it only contains the deep inguinal lymph node and some loose areolar tissue. The inguinal lymph node deep is known as Klopfowitz node. Okay, so here the distribution of artery and vein is like this. Vein, artery lies lateral, vein is medial. Now when it descends downwards, the artery and vein, you can see here the vein, it was in the medial aspect of the artery, then it is going in the posterior aspect. At the apex of the femoral triangle, it goes in the posterior aspect of the artery. Now in the adductor canal, we can see from this picture that vein from the posterior aspect ultimately goes in the lateral aspect of the femoral adductor canal. Okay, so in femoral triangle, vein is the medial aspect of the artery. In the adductor canal, vein in the upper part of the adductor canal, vein is in the posterior aspect of the artery. Then in the lower part of the canal, it is in the lateral aspect of the artery. Okay. Now you can see from this picture that is one nerve, that is nerve to vastus medialis. We can get it only in the upper part of the adductor canal, as in the upper part it directly then supplies the vastus medialis muscle. Okay, and another nerve, that is a saphenous nerve, comes from the femoral nerve. It first traverses lateral of the lateral side of the artery, then it crosses over and goes from lateral to medial side. Okay, and it goes along with the saphenous artery. Okay, that is one branch of the femoral artery. Okay, and this artery is known as descending genicular artery. That is another branch of the femoral artery. So we can see here that this saphenous artery and the saphenous nerve both are piercing the fascial roof of the adductor canal. You can see from this picture. Both are piercing the fascial roof of the adductor canal. Okay, let us see the structure. We have already discussed in the demonstration. See the structures in cadaver. Okay, so you can see here we have already completed the femoral triangle. You know the incisions of the femoral triangle. So this is the femoral triangle, exposed parts, femoral triangle. Now for adductor canal, so what is the position of adductor canal? I have already told you that it is situated in the lower part of the medial third of the thigh. This is the position for adductor canal. Okay, so I have given incision like this. This incision was already been given, that is the junction of the upper 1/3 and middle 1/3 of the thigh. So this horizontal incision was already there as femoral triangle is already completed here. So the first incision for adductor canal will be at the junction of the upper 1/3 and middle 1/3 of the thigh. So this is upper 1/3, middle 1/3, lower 1/3. So first incision will be in the junction of the upper 1/3 and middle 1/3 of the thigh. This one is the horizontal incision. Next incision will be in the junction of the middle 1/3 and lower 1/3 of the thigh. So this is another horizontal incision. Okay. So now I have given one vertical incision that extends from the midpoint of the upper horizontal incision up to the midpoint of the lower horizontal incision. You can see here, this one is another vertical incision. Okay, joining the midpoints of the two horizontal incision. Now reflected the skin flaps laterally and medially. So you can see from in the skin flap inner side, there are subcutaneous fats are there. Okay, some subcutaneous nerves are there also. You cannot clearly see the nerves here, but you can see the saphenous vein, that is a subcutaneous structure, superficial structure, the great saphenous vein. This one is the great saphenous vein. This is embedded in the subcutaneous fat, and you can see ultimately it is going upwards to drain in the femoral vein. Okay, this is saphenous vein, great saphenous vein. This is a superficial structure going upwards to drain in the femoral vein. So this is femoral vein. This is the part of the femoral triangle, femoral vein, femoral artery, and this is the first branch, femoral artery. First branch of femoral artery, this is the profunda femoris artery. Okay, is going the posterior aspect of the femoral artery. Okay, and this is femoral nerve. So we have already discussed about the femoral triangle. So these are the structure from lateral to medial: femoral nerve, femoral artery, femoral vein, and the more medial side will get femoral canal that contains deep inguinal lymph node. So now coming to the adductor canal. So we remove the skin, subcutaneous superficial fossa with the vessels, and few cutaneous nerves are there. Now the subcutaneous fossa, deep to the subcutaneous fossa, there is deep fossa of the thigh, that is fossa lata. The tough structure encloses all the muscles and vessels. Okay, so we have removed the fossa lata also. You can see here, this is fossa lata. Okay, this part. Okay, so this is fossa lata, this tough structure, and it is loosely attached with the membranous layer of the superficial fossa of the thigh. Okay, so this structure, there is together fossa lata, that is the deep fossa of the thigh, and also superficially there is membranous layer of the superficial fossa is there. Okay, the fatty layer of the superficial fossa goes with the skin here. Okay, so this is fossa lata. Now removing the fossa lata also, lateral to medial side. line of incision will be same as the skin incision for fasciculata. Okay, I have extended the incision further below just to expose this part also. Okay, in the medial aspect of the lower part of the thigh. So you can see from here that this muscle, this is the longest strap muscle of the body, that is known as sartorius. Okay, it gets inserted in the medial aspect of the tibia. Okay, so this is sartorius muscle, and you can see here this is adductor longus muscle. Okay, so this is sartorius, this is adductor longus muscle. So you can see this is clearly the femoral triangle. Okay, femoral triangle. Now this is the base of the femoral triangle, this is the apex of the femoral triangle. I have already said that the extension of the adductor canal, that is the triangular fascio musculoaponeurotic canal, its extension is from the apex of the femoral triangle up to the fifth osteoaponeurotic opening of the adductor magnus muscle. Okay, so you can see from here that this is adductor longus, just deeper to it there is adductor magnus muscle. This muscle is adductor magnus muscle. So in adductor magnus muscle there are few openings are there, and the number fifth opening is for the passage of femoral vessels that ultimately goes to the popliteal region and forms the popliteal vessels. So this adductor canal or Hunter's canal extends from the apex of the femoral triangle. Apex is the meeting point of the sartorius and the adductor longus muscle. From this apex of the femoral triangle up to the fifth osteoaponeurotic opening of the adductor magnus muscle. This is the extent of the adductor canal. Now we are going to the other boundaries of the canal. Okay, so I have already mentioned that the anterolateral part of the canal is formed by the vastus medialis muscle. So you can see here that in the front of the thigh there are four muscles are there, that is known as quadriceps femoris. Okay, four muscles are there, that is known as quadriceps femoris. This one is rectus femoris, this one is vastus medialis. Okay, this is the medial aspect of the rectus femoris, so this is vastus medialis. This is vastus lateralis, the lateral side, and in between medialis and lateralis, if we remove the rectus femoris, you can see this is vastus intermedius muscle. Okay, so the lateral boundary, anterolateral boundary of the Hunter's canal or adductor canal is formed by the vastus medialis muscle. This muscle. Okay, this muscle is vastus medialis, and you can see here this is adductor magnus muscle. Okay, and this is adductor longus muscle. So the upper part of the canal, the floor, the roof is formed by one tough fascial sheet goes in between this vastus medialis and adductor longus and magnus, just like this. Just like this, just like the position of my hand, there is a tough fascial roof is present that connects the vastus medialis muscle and adductor longus and adductor brevis, adductor magnus muscle. Adductor longus in the upper part, adductor magnus in the lower part. So this forms the roof of the adductor canal. Floor is formed by, already I have told, shown in the figure, floor is formed by adductor magnus in the lower part, adductor longus in the upper part. So these are the boundaries. Now coming to the contents. If you just replace the sartorius with lateral aspect, we can see here that this is the femoral artery in femoral triangle. Okay, you can see from above, this is femoral artery. Okay, this is femoral vein, it is present in the medial aspect, or already told it is present in the medial aspect in the femoral triangle. Okay, then when it goes downwards, just see femoral vein goes in the posterior aspect of the artery. Okay, it is in a common sheath. Okay, just look carefully, femoral artery and femoral vein in a common sheath. It is almost posterior to the femoral artery. Okay, then further when it goes downwards, femoral vein, it comes on the lateral aspect in adductor canal. Okay, first it was in the medial aspect of the artery, femoral artery, then in the adductor canal it is in the lateral aspect of the femoral artery. Okay, finally this femoral vein and artery goes to the popliteal fossa through the fifth osteoporotic opening of the adductor magnus muscle, and it forms the popliteal vessels here. Okay, now other content we can see here in the femoral triangle. It is the femoral nerve. There is a lateral most content. This is femoral nerve. Okay, if we trace downward, so I have already told that this is vastus medialis muscle. So we can see here, these are the nerves, these are the branches of the femoral nerve, those are coming, and in the upper part of the adductor canal we can see one nerve that's supplying to vastus medialis. Okay, directly. So this muscle is vastus medialis. So this nerve is nerve to vastus medialis that goes within the substance of the muscle. Okay, it is present only in the upper part of the adductor canal. Okay, now you already seen this is the femoral artery. Femoral vein lies in the posterior and lateral aspect of the artery in the adductor canal, and this is saphenous nerve with the saphenous artery. Okay, I already told that saphenous nerve will remain in the lateral aspect of the artery, then will crosses the front of the artery and goes in the medial side. This is saphenous nerve and saphenous artery. Okay, so just like this, if this is facial loop, it pierces the facial loop. So that's all for demonstration. Thank you.